Burchard," she read. "At your service, Your Grace. If we could speak privately, please." Gathering her drapery, she rose to her feet. With the breeding of centuries stiffening her posture, she faced him. "I think that I know what service you offer, and you have wasted your journey. I am not going back with you." Of course she was. "Again, I asked to speak with you privately." "Come back tomorrow." "I have come the last 2 days, and now tonight. It is time for you to hear what I have to say. It is time for you to face reality." Anger flashed in her eyes. She advanced toward him. For a moment she appeared quite formidable. Then her foot caught in the flowing silk. She tripped and hurtled forward, right into his arms. He grappled with the feminine onslaught, gripping her soft back and bottom. She wore no stays or petticoats under that red silk. No wonder her blonde Arab gleamed with expectation. She looked up in dazed shock, her green eyes glinting. Her smile of embarrassment broadened until he expected her ears to move out of the way. She was drunk, completely foxed. Wonderful. He set her upright and held her arm until she attained some balance. "I do not much care for reality. If that is what you offer, go away." She sounded like a rebellious, petulant child, provoking the temptation in him to treat her like one. She waved around the drawing room. "This is real enough for me." "Hardly real. Not even very accurate." "My seraglio is most accurate. Stefan and I planned it for weeks. Delacroix himself designed the costumes." "The costumes are correct, but you have created a European fantasy. A seraglio is nothing like this. In a true harem, except for the rare visitor, all the men are eunuchs." She laughed and gave Stefan a playful poke. "Not so loud, Mr. Burchard, or the men will run away. And the women... Did I get that right at least?" "Not entirely. For one thing, an entire seraglio exists for the pleasure of one man, not many. For another..." Stefan's expression distracted him. His smile revealed the conceit of a man who assumed that if only one sultan were to enjoy the pleasures of this particular harem, it went without dispute that it would be him. Stefan was going to be a problem. For another, except for a few ornaments, the women in a harem are naked. Suggestive laughter trickled to the dais from the onlookers. Bawdy shouts pierced the smoky shadows. As if his words had been a cue, a woman on the other side of the room rose up from her circle of admirers and unclasped a brooch. Her diaphanous drape fluttered to the floor amidst shouts and clapping. Another woman rose and stripped. The situation deteriorated rapidly. Garments flew through the air. The shadows filled with the swells of breasts and buttocks. Embraces became much more intimate. The Duchess's eyes widened. She appeared dismayed at the turn things had taken. Ridiculous, of course. She had just explained that she had planned it herself. Stefan reached for her. "Come, Sophia. More scarpe." The Duchess staggered back with his pull and fell onto his lap. Adrian watched, a forgotten presence. Stefan began caressing her arm while he held the goblet to her mouth. Adrian turned to go. This promised to be a distasteful task. Still, it was essential for him to complete it. A lot was riding on this foolish, debauched woman. Quite possibly the future of England itself. He glanced back to the chaise longue. Stefan had loosened her gown from one shoulder and now worked on the other. Her head lolled on his shoulder, but her dull reaction did not deter Stefan in the least. She sat limply while the man undressed her. Adrian stepped back onto the dais just as Stefan bared the Duchess's pretty breasts. "Perhaps in your amorous zeal you have not noticed, my friend, but the woman is no longer with you. She is out cold." Stefan was pulling the canopy's drapes closed. "Mind your own affairs."